Yes, sir. Let's do it. Just Incredible's Liftoff show. Of course, we in Los Angeles. Of course, I got the home team in here.
Yes, sir.
Carson's
yes, sir.
in the building.
Carson, my dog. I appreciate you, bro. Always.
Welcome back to the show, man.
Thank you, man. It's been too long, man.
I know.
Yeah, it feel like perfect timing, though. Yeah.
That's what it's all about, that timing, man. I know you've been really, really cooking, man, whether it's putting out freestyles and feeding your fans.
Yep.
You got a project you're getting ready to release.
Yep.
Talk to me about, just where you're at with it right now, man.
Yeah. No, I'm just in a super creative space, inspired. We got the mixtape coming on the 28th. I Love You
Beautiful.
Again, and I even titled it that because I kind of fell out of love with music, just dealing with kind of all the business of it and whatnot. And so it's really like a thank you to the fans. It's really like a thank you to myself for not giving up that love for it and finding that again.
Yeah. And
it's probably going to be a series that I kind of do between the full conceptual albums, just a way to feed my fans.
Absolutely.
And
that's a great idea.
Yeah, and if you ever listen to the dedication, I grew up on the dedications with Wayne. I'm sure you listened to him. He used to talk in the middle of the mixtapes, and I'm doing the same thing. It's just life updates. It's for anybody that's a real Reason fan. Not only are you getting dope records, but you also getting kind of life updates where I'm at mentally, and it'll just kind of keep being something that when I was listening to Wayne, I listened to it so much I remembered the words he was saying.
That, yeah, for
and so
sure.
I'm hoping that my fans kind of, it fits in that pocket.
Well, these words turned into affirmations, you know what I mean? And
exactly.
it's a benchmark, for a student who's in high school in 10 years to say exactly what you just said, and I think that's super dope. And bro, I mean, since we've met, the grind, the come up is, we've both had the honor and privilege of growing.
For sure.
But, the falling in and out of love, I'm glad you're going to continue the series because I'm sure we'll have conversations where, there'll be times where I'll be like, Reason, you got to keep going. And you'll be hitting me
and
like,
be like, yo, you know what I mean?
So,
I think it's just finding ways to inspire yourself. You know what I mean? When you do the same thing so long, it's like watching LeBron. It's people ask why is he the greatest? It's he's the greatest because he's found ways to motivate himself
over a long period
and over again. So you see so many, athletes that when they get to a certain point, they start turning their focus to different things, and then you can see the decline. Whereas he's somehow found ways to keep inspiring himself.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of the mindset I'm on. It's just keep inspiring myself to keep getting better, get the pen sharper, better music, better content, better shit for my fans.
That's right. That's right. So how many tracks are going to be on this mixtape?
It's 10 tracks, but I think it's only 8 records. So 2 of them is the me talking and whatnot. And it's a collection of records that I really, really loved while I was with TDE, but then also some newer joints. So it's probably half and half, like 4 newer joints and then 4 records that I really wanted to put on the album. The last album I dropped, Porches, but they kind of just didn't fit.
Porches was a great album,
Thank
man.
you, bro.
Great album,
Yeah,
bro.
I really, really loved
I know that's a special one.
It's a special one.
And then you turned around and you toured off of that album, and I know how much that meant to you as well.
Yeah.
You got the record out right now. The first one you released was with Boss.
Yep. The Not What You Think.
Super dope. Super dope.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Talk to me about that record, man. Designing that record with the homie.
It's crazy because my boy Suave, shout out to Suave, he's an artist out of Atlanta, and he also produces though. So he sent me a pack of beats that he wanted to do records with me and him. He's super dope and whatnot on the come up, and so he sent me 6 joints, but that was the one I picked. And he was like, "Bro, I didn't even mean to send that one. I don't really like the beat like that." I'm like, "Yo, you crazy? This is hard. You know what I mean?" So I was like, "Can I do it?" He was like, "Bet." He was like, "Maybe if you do something that'll spark something or whatever." So I sent it back to him. He this is hard. I just can't think of, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, bet. And literally I hit Boss the next day, and Boss called me and was like, bro, this is crazy. He was out the country or something like that. Boss be living an exotic.
Right,
he be all over the place with his hair out. You know what I mean? So shout out my dog. And
with his feet on the sand.
You know how Boss be, he feet on the sand, hair out. He getting in touch with nature. So
my guy, man.
Yeah, but he was like, I'm gonna do this as soon as I touch back down and whatnot. And when he got back to the city, he knocked it out and sent it over to me, and it was fire, bro. And it just came together super, super easy. But that's been my dog for a minute. We haven't gotten a chance to really lock in.
Right.
Because we just be both moving a lot. But we even talked about it after that. We was like, we got to get at
more
least 5 or 6 more joints. You know what I mean? Really, really locked in because we work well together.
Love it. Already in this quick conversation, there's just so many messages that I'm hearing. I mean, we got to talk to the people about the idea of you know, that producer didn't like the record.
Yeah,
like, he could have just threw that beat away.
Bro.
And I'm sure you've had instances like that where moments where songs you thought were going to be bigger maybe didn't turn out as big, and the other way around. You know, for the young MC watching, what do you tell them about that part of the creative process?
Yeah, I think that I think it's important you even bringing that up. Like, I think that it's a part of the process, and a lot of times we get glued to an idea. I used to call it the idea of the home run. Like, you already picturing yourself at bat, and you just assume you're gonna hit a home run every time you get up, and then you see as you keep playing, you like, bro, it's just about getting on base. Like, you know what I mean? If we crack one, we crack one, but like it's just about getting on base. And Dot actually taught me this when we had a session together. He called it the 48-hour rule, and he was like, anything that you create, content, video, song, whatever, you get it for 48 hours, it's yours, and then after that, whatever happens with it, and you got to be okay with that. And he talked to me about that with the record Humble. Like, he loved Humble, and you know, he had all these ideas for it, but then Mike Will was about to take it and put it on this album. Now Top stepped in and was like, nah, we're gonna take that.
Understood.
Yeah, exactly. But he was telling me that as an example of the 48-hour rule. Like, whatever you create, you love it, it's your baby for 48 hours. After that, whatever makes the most sense with it, hands off, just let it go, because you're good enough of a creator to do it again. So to hold something, to think that you can't do it again, is like you really doubting yourself at that point.
Damn, that's some bars there. That's some bars.
It changed the way I think about all of this shit.
Yeah, like, man. Interesting. You got my guys Coyote on the project as well.
Man, come on. Shout out Coyote, bro. Everything about me and Coyote's relationship is random, bro. So I didn't know they were artists. I was getting my hair cut. They were the barbers next to me.
Word?
Bro, I knew them for like 6 months before I even knew they rapped.
Crazy.
But they was just the fly Latino bar. They just used to have it on every day. Like, and I'd be like, damn, like, why they dressed like
they
this?
Putting it on.
And then I was talking to my dude Imani, shout out to Imani, that was my barber at the time, and he brought up going to an event of theirs. And I was like, what y'all do? They was like, we rap. And to me, that was even dope, because they knew who I was, and they never brought it. We was just homies. Like, we used to, you know how a barbershop is. It's like, you want to come there and decompress while I got 45 minutes to get my hair cut, and I want to talk about whatever I want to talk about, and then get up out of here and go back to real life. And the fact that they never brought it up was dope. And then after that, I followed them on the gram, and then I just see the videos, and I'm like, yo, they fire.
No,
like,
they
you know
got
what I mean?
that thing, man. They
bro,
definitely, they repping hard. And like every time I talk about some of my favorite artists from the city, Coyote's right in that mix.
Shout out to them,
man.
bro. They should be in that mix, bro. Like, they've been killing it. So we did the joint, and at first I was gonna get Chuck on it, Game, but he was working on the Doc 3.
Yeah.
And so I didn't want to disturb him or whatnot. And then I was shopping it with my engineer, and he linked me with Ransom, and I've been a fan of Ransom. I just didn't know that he even knew Ransom. I didn't know how to reach Ransom, and then he just brought it up. He was like, "You think Ransom be good on this?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I don't fucking know."
Right,
I mean, I don't know Ransom. And then he sent it over to him. Ransom sent it back, bro, in like 24 hours.
Damn,
it was crazy. Yeah,
that's fire.
Yeah, and it just became a movie. But I love the feel of the record. It's
great
grimy.
record.
It's West Coast. Like, even though Ransom from Jersey is fire.
Yeah, no doubt. You've got Hit Boy production on the project, right?
So that's the fire thing. It's not production.
He's
but
just featured on it.
He just featured on it. So I've been a Hit Boy fan of the raps for a long time. Of course, a fan of his production, but you know, I've been a fan of everything he's done with Surf Club. And so it's funny, when I hit him, I think he automatically assumed I wanted some beats.
Right.
Like, I want a verse. Like, you know what I mean?
Tight.
And so, yeah, my dog Super Mario made the beat, and then Hit Boy did the verse, and I just thought the verse was, like, super, super fire. So we definitely trying to shoot a video to that.
Got to.
And he's just also another one of them people that I just done looked up to for a long time. Like, this is a passion project. I was working with people that I've been fans. It wasn't about no type of business. What does it make sense? You know what I mean?
That's the best way to do it, man. We can't always do it that way, but when the universe aligns,
you got to find ways to get those off.
Man, bro, you definitely got to. And everyone you're mentioning, you know, that I've had experiences with, is like, these are good people in addition to extremely talented.
Extremely talented and down to earth.
Yeah.
Just giving, bro. You know what I mean? Like, Hit Boys let me come into the studio and just be a fly on the wall with sessions with him and Sean. Like, I'll never forget.
Wow.
Even an opportunity like that. You know what I mean? Like, I pulled up, heard some beats. We did a little bit. Sean walked in. He didn't make me leave. A lot of people would be like, yo, we about to do A, B, and C. You know what I mean? Like, and I got to sit there. I got to meet one of my favorite rappers, Big Sean, and I got to sit in on the session. So it's just stuff like that I'll, you know, always appreciate.
That's dope, man. That's dope, bro. Our guy Koss is on the album as well.
He's on the, no, he's not on the project, but we're coming out with a collab project.
Okay.
After this. Yeah. So me and Kael since
Damn, a collab project.
So since Lambo Truck dropped on the Revenge of the Dreamers 3 years ago, people have been begging us to do. You know what
Facts.
I mean? And so we get harassed by fans all the time, like, oh, y'all gonna do the Coal and Dot and never drop it. You know what I mean? Like, but our situations was just always, tied to like he's with Interscope and Dreamville, and then I was with TDE, and so the timing kind of never. We would always get in, cook up like 14 joints,
right,
and then it just wouldn't make sense. So then we, part, and then same thing. And so one of the first things I wanted to do when I got independent, I'm like, yo, let's do this. He was breaking away from his situation with Interscope, and we was just like, it just makes sense.
Now's
like,
the time.
Yeah, now's the time. And so we probably got like, bro, me and Kyle's got like 45 records. So
Damn.
It was easy because we were just like, let's just take the best ones we like, cook up like another 10, and then just put it together after that. So we worked for like a week and a half, made like 10 more joints, and then we just narrowed it down. So the hard part right now was narrowing
it.
Yeah. We like, bro, we got like we kind of overdid it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So and we just gonna try to get the homies on it. We gonna try to get in front of Coldplay for him, try to get him on one. We got Ari on one right now, but we're trying to like make sure that we can like clear it in certain ways and stuff. But if we get that, then it's on there. We already got like Buddy and Guap there on the record. Like, so we just working, and we just gonna make it a fun, like, little collaborative.
I know that's one the fans definitely.
It's gonna be fire, but I think it's gonna be different than what people expect. I think when they hear Reason and Cause, they expect just raps.
Right.
And there are raps on there, but we having a lot of fun on that project. Like it's very creative. It's a lot of records that they're gonna be like, I can't believe that they made these.
Damn,
you know what I mean?
okay.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that. I'm probably more excited about that project right now than my album at the end of the year. Like I'm super excited about that Cos one.
That's dope, man.
Yeah,
can't wait.
sure.
Can't wait. What'd you think about the Luca trade, man?
Man, come on! I loved it. I was sad to see AD go,
obviously,
because AD was killing it. But like for
and
me,
good to us over the
bro,
years,
but as a Laker fan, I didn't know what it was gonna look like when LeBron was gone. I didn't know what was coming. You know what I mean? Like, so for me, I'm like, bro, I just remember when Kobe left, and I remember when we got Lonzo, and that
rebuild period.
Oh, it was nasty.
Tough.
It was nasty, man.
Because we're spoiled too, man. Like,
we so spoiled.
We ain't got time.
We
to
the kids that at Christmas is flooded, and so it was like I came downstairs and I'm like,
what's going on?
Y'all got the knockoff clothes and like, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, what's going on?
Right.
And so, all I could picture was that period, and I'm like, I don't know what's coming. We got money tied up, and so it's funny, when I saw it, I thought it was fake. Like I thought
it was a joke for sure. I'm like,
he got hacked, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and then when I saw the Jazz in the trade, I'm like, oh, it's definitely fake, because they don't even make sense for them to
move those pieces.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, and then next thing I know, I just keep seeing it be. And then when my ESPN banner came down, I said,
it's up.
Shit.
It's up.
It's up. So
it's definitely gonna be exciting.
Man. We just, Luka, if you listen, lose a couple pounds. I would like it. You know what I mean?
Get in shape. You know what I'm saying?
But he took him to the finals fat too. So I'm not really tripping.
For sure.
Not really tripping. But if he get in shape,
it's gonna be
like
special.
it's gonna be super
special.
crazy. So
what you think about the rap, game right now? The rap scene.
Yeah,
man? It's been a wild 12 months.
It's been insane, bro. I think we're in a good but also weird time. Like we kind of talked about off camera. Like I'm ready to move past the beef, just because I'm ready to open the doors for so much more creativity. But I also thought it was dope to see two juggernauts in their primes, like really, really duke it out. You know what I mean? If I could have it my way, I didn't want it to get as nasty as it got, of course, but it was dope. Like we never really got to see that since Hove and Nas, really, like to see two and even with that, they weren't like at the 8, like this wasn't Watch the Throne Hove,
right?
Like, you know what I mean?
Nah,
like
for
this,
real.
So this is like two juggernauts at the top of everything. Like to see that, it was almost like unbelievable.
It's something we've never seen before. And then you tie in like social media.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Which is
like
a whole different situation. And I do think that in 7 years, 8 years, whatever, when we look back on this beef, I know that we're in the moment still, but I think that when we look back on it, we're going to appreciate the music that we got from both sides. I genuinely do think that, because Drake gave us a lot of incredible music, even though it got overshadowed by a lot of this stuff. He gave us a lot of incredible music in
that period.
in this beef. And
sure.
I've even been on record saying with Dot, like Euphoria is like my top 3 Kendrick song ever.
Crazy.
So it's like, even for me to get a song like that like this late in his career that I hold so high, like that record is incredible to me. I just think that we was blessed to get that much great music in a short span. Like it's like they both dropped EPs.
Man.
You know what I mean? Like it's crazy.
When the smoke clears, we'll look back and be like,
I think
damn,
we'll really
you know
appreciate it. You know what I mean? Like, and so, I just hope that, both sides can find peace and whatever just because it got so nasty. I just hope that both sides are able at some point to just find peace.
I heard that.
And, you know, hopefully even be able to, you know, they might not be friends, but at least be able to be in a space where they can even appreciate what happened.
Moment.
Yeah, the moment.
For sure. What I mean? For sure. And it pushed both of them to different.
It did,
you know
bro.
I mean?
Like, that's what I'm saying. I haven't heard Dot rap like that in a while, bro. Like, and that's not a knock, because Dot is Dot. But
of course.
I haven't had him, and even Drake on the Family Matters joint. Bro, the second beat switch when he's...
Yeah, he gets in a crazy different
he gets in a crazy bag, bro. When he just shooting at everybody, I'm like, bro, like it was just dope. You know what I mean? And you know, I would have loved to see Cole in it. I get now hindsight why he got him out of there. I get why he got him out of there. Yeah. But you know, Cole is everybody that's a Reason fan knows that Cole is my GOAT out of the three, and so I would have loved to see him.
Yeah, I've heard you say that before.
Yeah, I would have loved to see him get, because I think his pen is just super crazy.
Right, as a fan, we definitely wanted to at least
see that.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Yeah, it's been wild, man. But you know, rap is definitely at the forefront.
For sure.
You know, bars is really in season. I know we're gonna get to some bars in a minute.
Yep.
I'm excited to have you on the show.
Of course.
You got the Cause project, collab project, plus a Reason album.
Yep, coming later in the year. So we got I Love You Again dropping on the 28th, and then we got the Cause project. We don't have a date yet, but it'll probably be somewhere in the summer.
Dope.
And we'll probably start kind of like rolling that out around Dreamville Fest, and then we're gonna have the album bottom of the year. I'll probably do fourth quarter just because my last tour was in the winter, and I never want to do that again. So,
I feel like you tweeted that,
bro,
or something.
I was like,
I heard you say
this might never happen again, bro. Like, y'all might never see me in the winter again, bro. So yeah, I'm like, I gotta stay away, because third quarter drops, you got a tour in the winter. Bro, Chicago was awful.
Yo,
it was awful.
Snow
bro.
and cold.
Bro,
and...
what? It was terrible. And then my last tour with Jid, it was in the winter. I like slipped on black ice and like damn near broke my ankle. So I did like 4 shows with a boot on. Like, and so I'm just like, the winter and tours for me is just like, it might be cooked for me. Like,
I heard that.
Yeah, my fans just gonna have to wait until it, you know.
Yeah.
I'm from Cali. I'm not used to it.
Right.
Yeah, I just can't do it anymore. I can't do it.
Reasons here. The new project drops in what, a week?
Literally
right?
a week. Yeah,
a week away.
A week away. A week away. Bro.
Y'all check that out. 10 joints, 8 tracks, a couple interludes.
Yep.
What sounds like the beginning of a series. That your fans can be excited about.
A series and a lot more music coming. So even for my fans that feels like, oh, this project is kind of short, like we spinning the block right away. So you're not gonna have to wait, you know, very long for nothing.
Bruh, I'm glad. I'm proud of you, man. I'm excited for the growth, the consistent elevation. I thanked you off air, but as well, thank you for, you know, always being there for me every time I call.
Sure.
Whether it's for some advice or a record for a project I'm working on, or one of these timeless freestyles.
Yeah,
man.
1000%, bro. And thank you for always having your doors open to me like that. It means the world to just be able to get supporting your own, you know, backyard and kind of like what we was talking about, of just feeding the ecosystem. So,
absolutely. Thank you.
I love it. My
bro.
Yeah,
Reasons
always,
here. Check out that new project. It'll be out in a week, man. I'm going to be putting the links up all over my Instagram as well. And, of course, you know, follow my brother. Thank you for joining me today, man.
Yes,
Just
sir.
Incredible's Liftoff Show right here on Power 106.